keeping that same awareness, keeping the silence. And this final practice is a little different. It's called the lake meditation. It's more of a guided reflection practice. And it lends itself to lying down. You're certainly welcome to do it in any position that serves you. And again, it's up to you. But it lends itself to a lying down position. As you're establishing the position for this practice, you're using some of these more reflection guided reflection type practices. They're still a mindfulness practice. They're still here to point at what it is we're here to do with that paying attention, being aware, and keeping that attitude of equanimity and non-reactivity, non-judgmental, friendly. And there's mountain and lake that we use mostly. I choose the lake one here to lay down if you care to before lunch. No particular reason. Sometimes we don't get to the mountain. I picked the lake because where I live, there are no mountains actually, lots of water. And the idea behind water and the lake and mountain and rock are to remember the properties of these elements. They're fundamental elements of our universe: rock, matter, and water. And they're both strong, the mountain, rock being very strong. But water is even stronger to the extent that water can wear down rock and mountains, creating those big canyons that the Grand Canyons were all known to us. And water also has the enchanting property of receptivity. That you throw something into water and water will part its ways, form around it, allow it in, and then resumes itself. So these are some of the key virtues of water, the power of water. And once you've established the position you're going to be in, lying or sitting, picture in your mind's eye a lake, a body of water held by a receptive basin by Mother Earth herself. A body of water held in a receptive basin of Mother Earth by Mother Earth herself. Note in your mind's eye and in your own heart how water likes to pool in low places, seeks its own levels, and asks to be contained. The lake you invoke may be deep or shallow, blue or green, muddy or clear. With no wind, the surface of the lake is flat, mirror-like. It reflects trees, rocks, skies, and clouds, holds everything in itself momentarily. And then wind comes along, stirs up waves on the lakes to ripples, from ripples to a chop, and the clear reflections disappear. Yet sunlight may still sparkle in the ripples and dance on the waves in a play of shimmering diamonds. When night comes, it's the moon's turn to dance on the lake, or if the surface is still, to be reflected in it along with the outlines of trees and shadows. And in winter, the lake may freeze over, yet teem with movement and life below. And so when you establish a picture of the lake in your mind's eye, allow yourself to become one with the lake as you lie down on your back or sit in meditation, so that your energies are held by your awareness and by your openness and compassion for yourself, in the same way as the lake's waters are held by the receptive and accepting basins of Mother Earth herself. Allow yourself to become one with the lake, so that your energies are held by your awareness and by your openness and compassion for yourself. Just like the lake's waters are held by the receptive and accepting basin of Mother Earth. Breathing with the lake image moment by moment, feeling its body as your body, allow your mind and your heart to be open and receptive to reflect whatever comes near. Experiencing the moments of complete stillness when both reflection and water are completely clear, and other moments when the surface is disturbed, choppy, stirred up, and the reflections and depth are lost for a time. Moments of complete stillness when both reflection and water are completely clear, and other moments when the surface is disturbed, choppy, stirred up, and reflections are lost for a time. Through it all, as you dwell in meditation, simply noting the plays of the various energies of your own heart and mind, the fleeting thoughts and feelings, impulses and reactions, which come and go as ripples and waves, noting their effects, just as the various changing energies at play on the lake, the wind, the waves, the lights and shadows, the reflections and colors. Simply noting the play of the various energies of your own mind and heart, the fleeting thoughts and feelings, impulses and reactions, which come and go as ripples and waves, noting their effects, just as you observe the various changing energies that play on the lake, the wind and the waves, the lights and the shadows, the reflections and the colors. Do your thoughts and feelings disturb the surface? And is that okay with you? Can you see a rippled or wavy surface as an intimate, essential aspect of being a lake, of having a surface? Can you identify not only with the surface, but with the entire body of water, which at most experiences only gentle undulations, even when the surface is whipped up to frothing? Can you identify not only with the surface, but with the entire body of water, so that you become the stillness below the surface as well, which at most is experiencing only gentle undulations, even when the surface is whipped up, choppy, and frothing. In the same way, in your meditation practice and in your daily life, can you identify not only with the content of your thoughts and feelings, but also with the vast, unwavering reservoir of awareness itself, residing below the surface of the mind? In your meditation practice and in your daily life, can you identify not only with the content of your thoughts and feelings, but also with the vast, unwavering reservoir of awareness itself residing below the surface of the mind? In the lake meditation, we sit with the intention to hold in awareness and acceptance all the qualities of mind and body, just as the lake sits held, cradled, contained by the earth, reflecting sun, moons, stars, trees, rocks, clouds, skies, birds, caressed by the air and wind, which bring out and highlight its sparkle, its vitality, and its essence. So bringing the attention back to your breathing, the ever present, always available breath. Noticing your breathing here as we get ready for the lunch, the meal break. And I'll read this poem by Nancy Wood called Connections. Every time we take a breath, we become the universe. The very moment of creation is contained in us and passes on through the rocks and trees, animals, and fish. The old ones say the essence of life is in water and wind, earth and breath, fire and bone, but most of all in breath, our first connection to the elk, the hawk, the bear, and the buffalo. Without breath, no connection. Without connection, no creation. Without creation, no breath. This is the sacred circle of life unbroken. And so bringing the attention to the body and beginning to move the body in whatever gentle ways that are necessary as you come back to seated.